I do want to watch this. This kind of, let's just see if it's interesting. If it's not, I'll turn it off.
So, what's the secret? How have you guys made it work so long?
We have a deep, almost spiritual connection.
I'm his plumber.
It's like he knew.
Hi, my secret is I'm a burstophile. I'm sexually attracted to like stuff like murderers and like serial killers, like fictional or like real life.
Is that a Fila backpack, bro? Ah, nah, she crazy.
And like for me, it's like the violence gets me off, and I'm pretty much on the sadistic side. I'm just weird like that, and a lot of it's expressed through my art.
She walked away without showing her face because she got bodies. Don't ever trust nobody with a Fila backpack, bro. Don't ever trust a nigga with a Fila backpack, bro. They don't even make these bitches no more. So how does she even get this shit? This is like some 2004 type shit. But what did she say? I was looking at the back.
I'm sexually attracted to like stuff like murderers and like serial killers, like fictional or like real life.
Fictional or real life. So she attracted to. See, that's what I was saying about that Jeffrey Dahmer movie. I think people was like glorifying a fucking murderer. And it's people like this. She probably loved that series. It's probably her favorite show ever.
And like for me, it's like the violence gets me off, and I'm pretty much on the sadistic side. I'm just weird like that, and a lot of it's expressed through my art.
Okay, so one time I had this ex that cheated on me with some random girl. I found out who the girl was, started talking to her, and I started dating her as well as talking to my ex still. And I found out that she had a boyfriend, so I ended up dating him as well. So
She got Riz. W Riz in the chat. That's crazy. She out here pulling the girl, the nigga, and her nigga. That's crazy.
And I found out that she had a boyfriend, so I ended up dating him as well. So I ended up dating all three of them at the same time, and they didn't even know.
She right here
When I was
raising niggas
16,
up.
I had a roommate that she spoke English as well, but her mother language was Russian. And most of the kids in our boarding school spoke Russian as well, including her friends. So they would always come to our room and they would speak Russian to each other and look at me and giggle. I had a feeling they were saying things about me, but I wasn't sure. And then one time I got pink eye from another kid in school. And every time they came, they would like make gestures to their eyes and look at me and laugh, and I was getting a little upset. So one night she slept at her friend's room and I was alone. So I rubbed my face on her pillow a couple of times with the pink eye, hoping she would get it too, and she did eventually. I honestly don't feel that bad about it. They stopped making fun of my pink eye after that, so that's my secret. Okay.
I'm just picturing that. She gonna turn around. She's scared about rubbing her pink eye at somebody. How many years ago was that? Who even gets pink eye anymore, bro? Is that still a thing? Like, I feel like at a certain age, getting pink eye is like childish. That gotta be like some kid shit. And she looked like just from her back profile, she gotta be at least like 18, 20, some shit like that. And she talking about pink eye.
When I was a little kid, when I was first learning how to clip my toenails, and my mom stopped doing it, and I finally learned, I didn't know what it tasted like, a toenail. So the first time I did it, I ate all 10 of my toenails.
Bro, what the fuck is my Discord?
Sometimes I
bro?
think that I should have been a man because I'm so dominant. So when I see women, it's like, damn, shorty. If I was a man, I would have told her ass up.
In 2009, I probably was the only one of my friends to buy Justin Bieber's album, but it was worth it.
Okay, so my secret is just about every time I'm in an elevator by myself, without fail, I'll pretend like I'm opening and closing the doors using my mind, kind of like the Force. And I'm also making the elevator go up and down using my mind as well. That's my secret.
Everybody do that.
Go
Don't
up
they? Hello.
using the elevator by myself, without fail. I'll pretend like I'm opening and closing the doors using my mind, kind of like...
Everybody do that, right? I do that shit too. Or am I tripping? I do that all the time. Every door that open, revolver, open sesame. And I act like that bitch open through my mind and shit.
The Force. That's my secret.
I feel like one secret I do have would be that I'm kind of afraid of rejection. I can give an example of this too. Anytime I would shoot my shot with a beautiful woman or a companion, it would be like either 3 reasons why they would say no. Either they don't feel the same way, they feel like I'm more of a friend to them and they don't really want to lose that relationship, or it's because they just see me like a brother. And I kind of understand that, but at the same time, it's just like,
What the fuck?
And I kind of understand that, but at the same time, it's just like,
The fuck am I watching, bro? This nigga ain't got no game. That's why they friends on you.
I have commitment issues. Very scared of marriage. I don't trust nobody. I feel like everyone's out for self. Mainly because I grew up a sad nigga. And I seen what's been done to a lot of males. I don't want it done to me.
I grew up a side nigga.
People think I'm a really happy person and that I have my life together, but I actually really struggle to get out of bed every morning, and I have to tell myself that it will be okay, otherwise I won't leave my apartment for days at a time. So it's not always what you see.
I don't really tell nobody this, but when I went to boot camp, my girlfriend, well, it was my girlfriend, she sent me a letter and broke up with me. But I ain't crying for nobody in the barracks. But when I went to sleep, I cried myself to sleep. But,
What the hell?
Have you ever wondered what would happen if you
with two
actually
of them
sat
bitches.
down and talked with missionaries from the Church of Jesus?
That must be what y'all feel like when y'all don't subscribe and y'all get hit by the ads that's on my stream. Make sure you subscribe right now.
I sometimes pretend to be afraid of horror films because I don't know, sometimes I just want to be held by my boyfriend, but I'm really not scared because I really love horror films.
Wait, what did she say?
Horror films. I sometimes pretend to be afraid of horror films because I don't know, sometimes I just want to be held by my boyfriend, but I'm really not scared because I really love horror.
I thought I was going to kill myself 5 years ago, so I didn't make a plan for my future, and now I don't know what I'm doing.
That's kind of really sad and dark right there, man. I hope none of y'all ever think about hurting yourself, okay? It's not the good way out. It's not the short way out. Because you don't know what's on the other side of that door, buddy. Just get through it. Fight through it. Be all right.
So one time when I was maybe 5 or 6, I was in the grocery store with my mom, and we were at the cash register, and I stole a pack of Hubba Bubba bubble gum, and I got home and I felt so deeply guilty for having stolen that it sat in the drawer of my bathroom for years and years and years, and I never ate it. And then like a couple of years ago, I finally threw it out, and I can never bring myself to eat it because I felt so guilty.
W Citizen, y'all.
So my secret is.
Wait a minute.
Basically, I got locked up for a domestic that I didn't do. So what happened was an argument had happened. I wasn't from this particular town. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go because I really don't like confrontation. So as I was trying to leave, this person was kind of throwing stuff and pretty much I didn't fight or not, whatnot. But I seen that it was going too far past words. So I called the cops for my protection. And I finally found a way to get outside and I waited on the cops. Again, I wasn't from this particular area. I am from Chicago. And whew, the cops came. The gentleman barely questioned me. I actually did have red marks on my neck and everything. The next thing I know, another cop had showed up. They asked for my ID. Next thing I know, I'm getting handcuffed. The guy didn't even tell me what I was getting handcuffed for. I'm like panicking. I got PTSD, so I'm sitting here like, why am I getting locked up? I called you guys for my protection. I just wanted to walk away, grab my belongings. I've never been locked up. I've never been in trouble. Come to find out from other people that live in this particular area, this particular city, that if you look a certain way and you're from Chicago, you get looked at different. Too many people view Chicago as being bad if you're dressed in an urban manner. Like they judge the book before getting to know you. So unfortunately, I was locked up for 3 days.
I'm thinking she finna. I thought she was finna get some years, bro, the way she was talking. 3 days, bro. I did a third of that. Come on, man. It was not that bad in that. If you in that bitch for 3 days, bro, you just around some niggas that's drunk and shit, some annoying motherfuckers, and you motherfucking just gotta sleep there for 3 days. It's just like just being stuck somewhere for 3 days. 3 days? This nigga's in there doing life. 3 days? I did 9 hours, by the way, y'all. I was in jail for a good amount of time. I went to sleep in that bitch. I had my own little bed in there. I had 4 free calls. I really went to jail. And jail is obviously not a good place. It's obviously a bad place. But I didn't go to prison. She said she went here for 3 days. That's damn near the same shit I did.
Had a lot of nightmares. Got through it. Everything was dropped. I was clear. The judge even apologized to me. It's messed up though because I grew up on when you were in trouble, call the cops. Now I think differently. And the sad part is I know all cops ain't bad. But this is my secret. I got out of it, and I got out of it because I chose positivity and I chose to go forward and not backwards.
Sweeper's heavy-duty cloths easily trap dust, dirt, and hair, locking it in.
I found out that slavery still exists. We are told that it doesn't. It is most times shunned away from. It is avoided. The fact that it being mentioned is ridiculed, but it actually still exists through the prison system. I unfortunately became a victim of a pen myself for 3.5 years for an event that never took place, and I depended on the system, trusted the system in order to find the truth and deal with the truth. And unfortunately, I was put back in a position to be made a slave again. We think that it has stopped because there's no more cotton fields. We think that it has stopped because no one's hanging from trees. We think that it stopped because there's no more ropes or nooses being made. We think that it stopped because there's no one wearing hoods, the same Klansmen or anything of that nature. But it's actually now with a pen in a cell that has made slavery continue without the usual, the evident that will cause us to see it clearly. I was arrested and put in jail, incarcerated, for a crime that I allegedly committed. Caused me to be sitting in jail for 3 years and 3 months, begging for trial, no evidence. And the only thing that they can come up with after 3.5 years was a picture of a finger with a scratch on it with no scantron and no other evidence to find me guilty of something so I wouldn't walk away with nothing. As again, I came up in the urban area. I was taught to watch out for gunmen, for rapists, for thieves, for murderers. I was never taught to watch the pen. As of today, I learned the power of the pen and the ones who use it.
The justice system is fucked up, man.
Hey everyone, for those of you who are new, my name is Thoraya and I'm the girl behind the camera. I actually plan on taking this series to a new city every month, starting with today's episode.
Shout out her, man. I like this series. That was good. That was nice. When he said pen, I think he was talking about, I might correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he was talking about like how the police and the government authorities write up shit, basically. And I know exactly what he's talking about, matter of fact. Because I'm going through the same shit. Tell you about it afterwards. That was a good video.